Good morning. My name is Andrew Coate. I serve as the Director of Religious Education here at the Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst. I use he, him pronouns. Welcome to you, old friends and new, young and old, in the Zoom and in the sanctuary. You are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether this is your first or your 1,000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Beloved friends, we have a treat for you this morning. It's going to be something. For the past 6 weeks, our religious education classes have been working hard on this pageant. From reading the book and determining which scenes were important to creating trees and devising some very creative special effects. It has been a busy season downstairs. I do want to share a brief list of the special effects I said no to. A flying rig, smoke machine, a snow cannon, like they use for ski slopes, bags of styrofoam beads suspended from the rafters, or styrofoam beads on top of the ceiling fans that we would then turn on at opportune moments. And last but not least, my very favorite suggestion was an artificial skating rink, which is special plastic that acts like ice when you use blades on it, and everyone would be wearing ice skates. And even with me being a spoilsport and saying no to all of those amazing ideas, we have quite the show for you. I'm going to invite you to sit back, let yourself get in the mood to hear a story. Know that there will be extra fidgeting and excitement from our whole congregation. And just let yourself experience the magic of this solstice season. A couple of logistical announcements. 1, any families who have kids up here who are not usually up here, there are bathrooms right out there to your left. Most people here can direct you to them. 2, if you are walking up on this stage, this fabric is slippery. Don't fall. I've done it. And it's not going to be perfect because things aren't perfect, but it's going to be fun. We're going to keep going. And at the end, social hour happens no matter what. And with that, I'm going to call us to worship this morning with Susan Cooper's beloved poem, The Shortest Day. And so the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere, down the centuries of the snow-white world, came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. The shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends, and hope for peace. And so do we, here, now, this year and every year. Welcome, Yule.
We kindle a small flame in a dark of the year, remembering the promise of life abundant. of a possible peace. We pause in this time of mystery to tell stories, to sing songs, and to bring the light into the world.
And now I invite you to rise as you are able and join us in singing our first hymn this morning, Dark of Winter. It's number 45 in your gray hymnal, 55 in your gray hymnal. If you have an order of worship, it's in there, and it's on the screen. As I said, we have been working on our pageant for a while. Our pageant is called the Solstice Badger. It is based on the book by Robin McFadden of the same name. And we are going to try our very best to use the mics that we have so everyone can hear it. I also just wanted to say in the children's order of worship, there is a Find the Images thing, and I realized the images did not get hidden, so don't waste your time. And with that, I present the Solstice Badger.
It doesn't talk, Daddy. Daddy doesn't talk. Back in the very beginning, when the world was young, it was always summer. The sun walked slowly across the sky each day with joy. But after many, many years like this, there came a time when the sun grew sad. One evening, as he was sinking below the earth and the moon was rising, she spoke to him.
What's wrong? You seem sad.
I'm so lonely. Everything, down to the little field mouse, has a friend. Even you have the stars, but I am alone.
I'll tell the others. We will find you friends.
The moon whispers to the sea each night, and the sea listens. The moon told the sea what the sun had said, and the sea told the fish, and the fish told the birds. Soon all the creatures of the air heard the news, and they gathered to discuss the matter.
rather be simpler. I will fly to the sun and keep him company.
Yeah. We'll try to. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, he saw a tiny speck flying towards him. It grew bigger as it approached. The sun was so happy that someone was coming to see him, but as Crow approached the sun, he could see that the crow was far too hot and its feathers were getting singed.
I'm here to be your friend.
Thank you for your courage and compassion, but I fear that if you stay with me, you will burn up. Please, go back home.
Crow nodded and flew back home. Many other birds tried. The hummingbird felt that they could move so quickly that they wouldn't get burned, but it was so much farther than they knew, and Hummingbird didn't make it halfway back before falling down. After the hummingbird, the eagle made an attempt, and the osprey, and the albatross, and even the tiny sparrow. All the birds tried, but none could make it. The sun grew more and more dismal. Far down under the surface of the earth, there is a river that carries anyone bold enough to lie in its swift current. Both the sun and the moon rest in its waters when they are not in the sky. Near this river lived the first badger. His home was a giant geode that sparkled and glittered with the gems and jewels he mined in the darkness. One night, Badger heard someone crying and went to find out who it was.
What is wrong? A new creature? I've never seen anything like you. You should leave before I burn you up, too.
I mine gems from the white hot center of the earth. You won't burn me. Here, come to my house and we can have some tea.
And so they went together to Badger's house and had tea. They spoke of so many things together, and the sun was so happy to have a friend that he rose bright and clear the next morning, and all the things on earth knew that the sun must have found a friend. At that night, the sun went straight to Badger's house, and they continued their stories from the night before. The badger loved to hear the stories of those he called the surface creatures, and the sun was so excited by storytelling that he lost track of time and hurried into the sky a few minutes later than he had the day before. The next night, it was Badger's turn to tell stories. He spoke of mining for gems deep underground, where you can hear the heartbeat of the earth with your bones and see molten lava, rivers, and fire sprites dancing on the walls. The sun was so fascinated that he rose a little later than the day before. Things went on this way for 6 full moons. The sun would rise a little later every day and walk a little faster across the sky. He was so preoccupied thinking over things that he had discussed with Badger that he didn't notice the world below was changing. We are singing now the darkest time of winter. Okay, ready? Come on.
While they do a set change, we're going to sing Now the Darkest Time of Winter. The words are up on the screen.
Darkest time of winter, fire is burning in the heart, still the cold trees. Now the darkest time of winter, fire is burning in the heart, still the cold trees.
Should we do a round? Are you ready to try it as a round? We'll sing it once together, and this side will come in first, and then that side will come in after. Okay, once all through. Ready? Here we go.
Now the darkest time of winter, fire is burning in the hearth, still the cold trees. Now the darkest time of winter, fire is burning in the hearth, still the cold trees.
The leaves were falling from the trees, and the winds were bitter, and the very first snow began to fall. The trees took it patiently, as trees always do, but the animals were miserable. One day, the sun seemed to sprint through the sky because he had remembered something he wanted to tell Badger when he arrived. But when he came to the edge of the river, Badger met him at the mouth of the cave, looking sad.
Come with me.
They walked through twisting tunnels until they came to a tunnel that was just below the surface of the earth.
Now, my friend, listen.
The sun listened and heard the sigh of the wind and the creaking branches. He heard sounds of shivering and sneezing, but no bird song and no scampering feet.
You have spent too much time with me. The world, it misses you.
I will rush to the sky. I will stay there for weeks without setting.
Careful, my friend. Hasty repairs make weak burrows. We must ask the wisest of all creatures. You know the world, but I don't. Who should we ask for help?
The trees. The trees. Trees are the oldest things, and pine is the eldest of the trees. I believe she will know what I must do, but I fear she will be angry with me.
I will go speak with her first, and I will bring her gifts to soothe her anger. But you must stay here.
And so, for the first time, Badger tunneled to the surface. Pine trees stood in a glade in the forest.
Just a second.
Okay. Really? Another song?
So we're going to sing Light is Returning.
Oh, it didn't say that on the script.
Light is returning, though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning, let's keep this flame of hope alive, make safe our journey through the storm. One planet turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home.
Pine Tree stood in a glade in the forest, her needles bright green against the white of snow all around.
Hello, small animal who befriends the sun. Welcome.
My friend wishes to undo the harm he has caused. If he goes back to his old ways, will the world be healed?
If he brought back the warmth tomorrow, the world would drown in snowmelt, and all would be chaos.
Wise one, I've brought gifts for you. If you accept them, will you tell me what advice to give to my only friend?
I have no use for gifts. Give the food to the creatures who have all suffered as much as I have. As for the sun, the solution is simple. She must regain her old habits as slowly as she lost them. All good things in this world happen slowly, seeds and eggs and seasons alike. You will miss him, but you need not. My roots are on the heartbeat of the earth, and the earth speaks now through me. When 7 cycles of the moon have passed, the days will be as long as ever, but then your visits may grow again. After 13 moons, the pattern will begin anew. For the sun must have a companion, and the badger must be rewarded for his selflessness, and the earth has decided to welcome the dark times and call them winter.
Thank you, Pine. And on this day, every year, I will bring gifts for all the creatures of the world.
The mom Pine. Well, the other creatures slowly came out and joined him. Soon Pine was covered in jewels that shimmered and sent rainbows dancing all over the glade. Badger watched, satisfied, and then tunneled back home as fast as he could to tell the sun the good news, and the next morning became a little earlier. Okay, now go back. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo. Guys, sit on. Guys, you decorated, so sit on the stage. Shoo, shoo. Go, sit over there, sit. Shoo. As it was then when the world is young, so it is today. The seasons turn on the linchpin of a friendship. Each day the sun watches the world and everything in it, collecting stories to tell Badger. Their visits grow longer every night for half a year. At the darkest time, we honor the wise old pine by hanging jewels and lights in her branches. And on the longest night of all, we feast and celebrate with gifts and stories of our own. The end. Come on, guys, take a bow. Bow. Guys, come on. Bow.
Two, three bows. So we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3.
Light of our hearts lies burning bright. We dream of the springs this winter's night. Surely the earth is turning from dark to light. Gather friends in reverence here to celebrate the longest night. Light of our hearts lies burning bright. We dream of the spring this winter's night. Surely the earth is turning from dark to light. Gather friends in reverence here to celebrate the longest night.
I invite you to settle your spirit, whatever that means for you in this moment, as we enter a time of prayer and meditation. Spirit of darkness and light, we enter now the darkest time of year. We arrive at this moment with all we have experienced this year, days of sun and nights of darkness, hot summer and cold winter and everything in between. The joyful fires we light at the solstice remind us that we are creatures of dark and light, breath and life, water and bone. Our year has been filled with joy and sadness, health and illness, hope and worry. Let us embrace the turning of the seasons and commit to bringing more love into the world, whatever the next season brings. Blessed be.
Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by the fire. It looks so cold and warm within, sheltered from the winter wind. Songs and laughter, friends and kin have brought me to your door. Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire. Open your door, for here I stand. My only gift is my empty hand, an empty heart and broken plans. This dark day of the year. Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire. I am without a home today, and soon I will be on my way. I only ask you to let me stay for an hour by your fire. Come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by for an hour by your
So Zaya's ready, but let's say the words together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. I invite you all to rise in body and spirit. Form a circle around the outer aisles, and we'll sing our closing song, This Day We Come. Andrew, do you have a benediction or is it me? Andrew has a benediction. Let's hear it.
May you find peace in the promise of the solstice night, that each day forward is blessed with more light, that the cycle of nature, unbroken and true, brings faith to your soul and well-being to you. Rejoice in the darkness, in the silence find rest.
Don't put me down.
And may the days that follow be abundantly blessed. Our service has ended. Let our worship begin. Go in peace.
Amen.